So from the past 2 to 3 months, I have been keeping my eye out on JSI Deepak's book recommendations on Instagram, and the wait is worth it because he recommends non-fiction books about our country's history, which only a few people know about. So if you don't know who JSI Deepak is, he's a litigator and a very articulate speaker who speaks his heart out about the raw history of our country and quite accurately relates it with today's political scenario in our country. You must check out his eye-opening speeches on YouTube. So one of the book recommendations by him, which I read recently, was The Goa Inquisition by A.K. PRIOLKAR, which is about the Portuguese invasion of the state of Goa and the subsequent exodus of the Hindu community because of the forceful conversions into Christianity by the foreign invaders. Lying on the beach of Goa with an alcohol bottle in the hand, one might rarely wonder why the majority people of Goa are called D'Souza's, Johns or Fernandez's. This is the right book in which all the answers are written. To get to the answer in short, in the 14th century in Portugal, there was a committee which was set up, the tribunal if you may, and they saw to it that every living person in the country was forcefully converted to Christianity, and thus there was an exodus of the Jewish community who resisted these forceful conversions. This holy tribunal spread its wings through seas and reached the Hindu majority state of Goa in India in the 15th century, and thus began the exodus of the Hindus. Hindus who resisted these forceful conversions to Christianity were imprisoned, tortured, their children taken away and forcefully converted, and thus began the reign of these holy people. In this book, there is a list of temples, places and the deities which were destroyed by the Portuguese, and when I clicked a picture of it and posted it on social media, a few people actually reached out to me saying that they knew that their ancestors had carried their Kul Devat or Kul Devatas, Devi or Devatas statue in their own hands and placed it at a new place, established the temples at a new place where they fled from these forceful conversions. Also, this Inquisition or committee hid their entire operations publicly, and to hide it thoroughly, they burned all the data of the records they kept of the people they imprisoned and everything that they had going on inside their committee. But a few prisoners who were let out early from their imprisonment, they took it to their hands to go to London and publish all their cruel experiences in the prison and converted it into a book which was published much later. This book is such a slow burn for me, and when you're reading this book, you're with the victims mentally, and then it all comes down upon you like a hot lava. Hindus weren't safe in their own country from as early as 15th century. This book opened so many unanswered questions, and it literally gave me that raw history of my own country which was kept in dark from me until now. I urge today's youth to read this gem of a book, and I guarantee that you'll see our history with different eyes. The second book which I read, which was recommended by JSI Deepak, was Mother Teresa, The Untold Story by Dr. AROUP Chatterjee. Now, what is common in both of these books is the side of Christianity, the dark side of forceful conversions, which most of the media doesn't tell the public about. The book is a reveal all, an expose on Mother Teresa and her true nature, which is justified quite aptly by AROUP ji with data and statistics which often don't lie. What little my generation knows about Mother Teresa is this nun with white sari and blue border who carried a rosary in one of her hands and who was portrayed as a savior of the poor in Calcutta. This misrepresentation is just a tip of an iceberg. AROUP Chatterjee uncovers the lies spread in media and the constant struggle to whitewash the nun's image. He spills facts, questions the story, counter-argues with the news, and quite accurately proves his point in this book. Why did a London-based physician write a book on most honest person in the world? The right answer lies in his love for the city of Kolkata and its image being muddled by the British and the love for white skin of the people residing in it. Also, yes, the rate of conversion of Hindus or non-Christians into Christianity had plummeted to its highest peak at the time of Teresa. Let me explain. If you are a non-Christian beggar and if you're ill, you will get help at the Teresa house, but only if you convert or baptize. Against your will, that's not really for you to say. Poor have no rights to question, This side is hidden from the public by the media. I also had a discussion sort of argument with my cousin, and he was of the opinion, his point was, why did a Hindu author write about a person in a bad way or a bad light of another religion? Was his intention to get famous or to malign another religion? I think that it was his love for his city of Kolkata which had been portrayed in a very, very bad light globally and in his own country in the media. He just wanted to make things right, I think. Please read this book in order to get to know the truths which are brushed under the carpet so easily that they rarely ever come out.